Geek out essay, guys. Guess what? I'm here with Brandr Combat Academy here. Awesome swords. I'm here with Chris and John. How's it going?
Great.
So tell me, what is this all about? I saw swords. I was like, let's do this. Let's do this.
All right. Basically, we do HEMA. It's historical European martial arts. I'm sure you've heard of things like SCA, and then there's even LARPing out there. But what we do is a little bit more historical education. They started reviving books in the 1300s that taught you how to be a knight, pretty much how to kill people with a sword.
Right.
I mean, it's very blunt of it. And we started studying that, and we've now have the opportunity to teach people ourselves how to use a sword and fight others.
Very nice. Now, these swords that you have here, like, what are they?
It's called a feather. This particular sword, basically a fetterschwert, which is a feather sword. It was used back in the 1300s for training, so they wouldn't kill each other with their sharp swords. It was either these or, their steel wrapped in leather. But this would give them the potential to hit each other as if they were truly fighting.
So they would even practice with steel back in the day?
Oh, definitely.
Wow. So you would think that some people would play with wooden sticks or something, like we did as kids.
There were wooden swords, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of historical documents showing very similar designs. I mean, it's not 100% historically accurate, but it's
pretty close.
Pretty close. Yeah.
So tell me, how did you come about to put this together?
As far as getting it all together,
Yeah.
I saw an article New York Times did about HEMA. I had no clue that it even existed. I fell in love at first sight, and I was like, I have to tell other people. I want help in this, and I talked to John here and showed him the video, and he was just sold from the very beginning.
Now that wasn't an injury, was it? Here?
I'd like to say yes.
That would be cool. No.
This was a separate incident. Accidents are actually very rare. We do a lot to make sure everyone's protected. Just like with any martial art, this is more about the art itself than actual fighting. So
Right.
we want to make sure everyone's being safe while we do this. So luckily, this was not from a sword. As cool as that would be. Yeah.
So what are some of the things that you're going to show us or you're going to teach us today about how to, be safe for one thing,
Sure.
and how to look badass doing it?
Well, we gave you kind of a brief history lesson prior. We'll go through the basics. Today is Monday. We usually do fight nights on Mondays.
Okay.
So we'll go through the basics. We'll show you some Johannes Lichtenauer. He's basically the godfather of the German longsword. Go show you some basics, and then we're going to throw you straight into fighting.
Very cool. I also wanted to ask you, where do you get swords like these?
Purple Heart Armory out of Houston. They order these. This particular brand is out of Poland. It's called the Ensifer. But you can get them in various countries in Europe, I know.
And these are the only types you use, or you use multiple types of weaponry?
Currently, we studied where our focus is the German longsword.
Okay.
We're getting into other things like Dusak, which is another weapon from 1300 periods on up to 15. And we'll get into rapier and dagger.
Military saber.
Wow.
And sword and buckler.
Whatever
we can find resources on. We're excited.
How can someone get in touch with y'all if they want to check this out? And
Sure. Our Facebook page, Brandr Combat Academy, that has all the info you need. And if it's something you want to come out and try, you don't need to bring anything except for workout clothes.
We actually have this weekend. We have a couple fighters that are going to be competing in the Purple Heart Open from Purple Heart Armory. It's the second biggest event in the United States, and it's a blast and a half. There's going to be a lot of fighting, a lot of seminars. People who go get to eat in an actual castle with an actual
wow.
as well as doing things as simple as going to the Texas Rodeo as a big group and just hanging out with people from all around the world. Going to be a lot of
cool. Where's this going to be?
Houston.
In Houston.
Yeah, Purple Heart Open.
They do a lot,
cool.
not just Purple Heart. I know they just got done with a saber tournament. They actually fought on a tall ship on there for the tournament, doing the military saber and everything. So your moment to be a pirate. It's really cool.
Awesome.
Yeah,
very
it's
awesome.
very cool.
Well, we got some pretty good backdrop here, so we're almost looking like the part. But we're gonna check it out. But thanks a lot, guys, for letting us come here and check this out. And this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna see us do stuff with swords right now. Check it out.
well, you just saw some fighting. I don't know if everybody knew, but that was Vince and I in there at one point, like really going at each other. And then we got to see some of your experienced fighters fight, and it's HEMA, right?
HEMA,
Historical European Martial Arts, right?
Yep.
And this is specifically the German longsword. Vince is on the other side of the camera because he got thwarted by me, and he has a zinger on his face that you'll get to see on the show tomorrow. So thanks so much, John, for having us out, and thanks for the Brandr Academy. And I forgot to tell everybody, where are we at? So in case they want to come in and see you guys.
So this is the Atonement Academy. I got to give a lot of love to Deacon Orr. Hi, Deacon. He was kind enough to take us in, let us use his facilities. I also teach a high school class here.
Oh, great.
For it. So if this is something that interests you, please come down. The address is on our Facebook page. The link is also on our Instagram, Brandr Combat. It's going to have the directions. First 2 classes are always free.
Oh, great.
You just got to bring some exercise equipment, bottle of water is recommended, and good attitude. And if you have high schoolers who want to learn this, have them come to Atonement Academy, and then they can join my class, and I can teach them how to beat each other up. So
yeah, it's really great, and it does have historical merit, so they get to learn that aspect.
Oh, they have to do homework.
They get to learn German because there are German names to all the longsword styles and
That's right.
stuff. So we had a really great time. Thanks so much for sharing with us. Geek out, SA.